All aboard! All aboard the Cougars Bandwagon here. What's up, everybody? It's Vanessa and Gallant on a Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. No Vanessa. She's off in Chicago this weekend, but we got plenty to talk about today because our beloved Cougs took down the Arizona Wildcats 72-60 last night in yet another just incredibly impressive performance by Kelvin Sampson and those Cougs. Really, that was an impressive one. That is a good Arizona team. And again, the Cougs are down their two best players. And I'm on the bandwagon. Look, I don't want to be one of those people who is annoying to all of y'all real Cougs. I'm not a real one. But I do feel like, as someone who covers sports, that since I'm also a fan, if I really like a team, that is as strong of an endorsement that I can give. I really like the Astros. There's a reason I quit on the Boston Red Sox. Part of it had to do with the fact that the Boston Red Sox are doing some shady things in terms of the way that they treat people that they felt like weren't doing things good enough for them. But for the most part, it was because I watched the Astros firsthand grow from being that bad team to, from 2015 on, be the team that they have been. Just an incredibly fun, perennial contender that you always expect to be there at the very end. And over the last 2 years, and honestly, just over the entirety of the Kelvin Sampson era right here in Houston, the Cougs have become that as well. And everybody should be getting on the bandwagon. If you are a Coug, you should allow everybody on the bandwagon. Nothing wrong with that. It was really fun watching last night's game. You had Kelvin Sampson at one point. I remember you could see it off to the side because there were so many Cougs fans in San Antonio where he's revving up the crowd. I mean, I wish he had taken his shirt off, going to raise up, twist it around your head like a helicopter. That would have been cool like he did in the locker room. But obviously you can't do that. I think Jamal Shed was drinking Fireball or Mad Dog 2020 or something like that, like because he was having cramps at some point. You know, I mean, these guys are just gritty. They're just gritty folks. Who hasn't drank a Mad Dog 2020 while playing a game of basketball, huh? Who hasn't? But these guys won, of course, by playing defense. This is what you expect out of them every single game. But this was also a game where they hit their shots. Kyler Edwards, bro, well done. A smattering of golf claps here. 5 of 9 from outside as the Cougs, who are 116th on the year in terms of three-point shooting, they were 9 of 20 from outside. And we'll have some Kyler Edwards highlights that we'll play throughout the course of the show. But this team, they continue to do things that you don't really expect them to do. Again, they're down their two best players. They lost pretty much their entire team from the Final Four run last year, and yet here they are. And it's because of Kelvin Sampson, and you got to love Kelvin Sampson talking about wins in a way where he's like, yeah, you know, it ain't pretty. We're gritty. We're tough. These things ain't beauty contests. Here's Kelvin Sampson after the Cougs win last night.
You know, victories don't come with asterisks. You know, it's not a beauty contest. You know, I watched Arizona play. I watched them play UCLA. I watched them play Colorado. I watched the way those teams guarded them. And I knew we weren't going to guard them like those teams did. Those teams just switched them. They let them be comfortable. I knew we were going to make them uncomfortable.
That's what they do. They make people uncomfortable. And this is why I like them so much. And I never jumped on the James Harden era Rockets. I never did. I didn't like the way James Harden played basketball. I don't like guys who embellish to draw fouls. I don't like guys who don't play defense. I don't like guys who think that they're great three-point shooters when all time they're something like 254th in terms of career three-point percentage shooting. That's not for me. What I like are little hardo pests like Patrick Beverley. What I like are exactly the way that the Cougs play basketball. Making people uncomfortable. It's funny. This is not something that is across basketball. And you would think that this is the easiest thing to instill in your team, right? Obviously, the Cougars have some good athletes, strong, big guys. But don't you as a fan want a team that is going to try to emasculate the opposition? Am I wrong in wanting that? Am I wrong in being some sort of a meathead, fake blue collar who's like really a cake eater guy who likes to watch a team like this? I feel like this entire city should be able to get behind them. If you haven't already, I mean, good God, like what are you waiting for? You know? Maybe you have a friend who's a little bit of an annoying Cougs fan or something like that who has been rubbing it in your face. Say you went to UT, say you went to A&M, or you root for one of those two schools. And I don't blame them. The Cougs should be able to do that in this situation. I mean, they have the superior basketball program to both of y'all. I know A&M's in the NIT Final Four or something like that. I don't know if they've played another game. I don't really care. But whatever the case, like I get why you might be a little bit resistant, but Jesus, jump on. This team is amazing. They're fun. They play tough. They play physical basketball, and there needs to be more tough physical basketball out there. Coming from the guy who is the annoying 5'11", 180-pound guy who plays way too hard on defense because he has no offensive game whatsoever when he's playing in pickup games at the Y. Or check that at LA Fitness. Although I might not be playing anytime soon because I've got the plantar fascia. I can barely walk. I feel very old. Old these days. So look, I am firmly on the bandwagon, and I don't think anyone should have a problem with others jumping on the bandwagon right now. Look, who knows what happens with the Astros this season, but the Texans suck. The Rockets are also not good. So it's going to be a long time as far as other sports for us to enjoy. You may as well enjoy this team. This is so you have Astros baseball from April through October, and you have Cougs basketball from November through this time of year, through March. That's it. This is how we enjoy sports for the entirety of a year. We are all on the Cougs bandwagon right now. Maybe I need to, do some sort of holy ritual to get aboard. Maybe, I don't know how y'all feel about this. I know that a lot of you probably are going to tune out in droves, but maybe, just maybe. How about I sing the Cougs fight song? Huh? Is that a good way to swear my allegiance? Noah Faust behind the glass. Like, what do you think on this? Oh, he's just playing it. All right. Let's see. Where are the lyrics? Sorry in advance, everybody. Cougars fight for dear U of H, for alma mater cheer. Fight for Houston University, for victory is near. When the going gets so rough and tough, we never worry because we got the stuff. Wait, that's a lame lyric. So fight for red and white, and we will go to victory. Huh? Was that not bad?